Hey guys, so Bernie Sanders had a town hall with Fox News just before the elections that are obviously tomorrow. Bernie Sanders has been categorized, has been identified as a political extremist, too far left. His ideas are radical. No one likes them. His ideas. Most of the ideas are very unpopular amongst the American people, and this cannot more this cannot be more than BS propaganda made by corporate media outlets to come and put down Bernie Sanders and his campaign. So let's see what he had to say yesterday afternoon at the Fox Town Hall.
I reject the idea. I really do. That's one of the things that bothers me. And I hear it every day. I hear it on the media. I hear it from my opponents. Bernie is an extremist. Bernie is too radical. Okay, let's deal with it. Is raising a starvation minimum wage of $7.25 an hour, which has not been raised in 10 years, to $15 an hour, a living wage, a radical idea? Is making public colleges and universities tuition free so that all of our people have the opportunity to get a higher education in a competitive global economy. Is that a radical idea? No. Is doing what every other major country on earth does, guaranteeing health care to all as a right. I live 50 miles away from the Canadian border. This is not a communist society up there in Montreal. They guarantee health care to all. They spend 50% of what we spend. Is passing a Medicare for all single-payer system a radical idea? No! And last point, Donald Trump, I know he's on the network a whole lot. Donald, you're probably watching. How are you? All right, I know. Wanted to say hello to the president.
He's actually giving a news conference.
Oh, is he? Well, I'm sure he's watching Fox on the side there. You know, he's kind of addicted to your station. Trump thinks that climate change is a hoax. And that's because he doesn't understand or respect science. I believe that climate change is an existential threat to this planet. I will listen to the scientists who tell us that we have got to move aggressively to transform our energy system away from fossil fuel to energy efficiency and sustainable energy. And through a Green New Deal, by the way, we can create up to 20 million good-paying jobs. So my point is, I appreciate Allison raising the question. I just don't think any of those ideas are radical.
All right, let me ask.
Good evening and welcome to Tucker.
So as you saw right there, Bernie Sanders was able to make a case for himself that most of his ideas obviously are not radical. They're very popular. You saw the reaction they had from the people. Most people agree. Most people like his idea, especially when it comes to Medicare for all. That right now is the number one issue that most people are going out there and make a vote for. And it's surprisingly, people think that Joe Biden is in favor of Medicare for all, which cannot be more wrong. As someone like Bernie Sanders is the one who wrote the bill Medicare for all, who fully supports Medicare for all, and Biden, since the beginning of the elections, he has opposed it truly, and it boggles my mind that people still think that he's in favor of Medicare for all. But coming back to the why Bernie Sanders had to go out there and make a case for himself. His ideas are not radical. If anything, he's in the middle of the center of the United States when it comes to the political issues, when it comes to the ideas that most people want to see being put in a government platform. So what's radical of that? If anything, that's more to the center. Because if everyone agrees that those ideas should be implemented at a local level, at a federal level, therefore his ideas are not radical or extreme at all. If anything, they're more aligned with the American people. They're more aligned with what people want and need. So that's the case that Bernie Sanders had to make for himself, that he is not an extremist, that his ideas are not radical. If anything, they're more of a center because most people liked him. I saw people who he got a lot of good reactions from the public in a Fox town hall. But this is something that hopefully makes a case for Bernie Sanders tomorrow, as the people go out there and make a vote in the upcoming 6 states, which are Michigan, Idaho, Washington, Missouri, North Dakota. All these states are going out there and do their election process. Obviously, we have Super Tuesday, and that didn't go so well for Bernie Sanders. And now he had to, throughout this week, until March 10th, that is tomorrow, he had to make a case for himself to sway some of these voters in these upcoming states to go out there and make a vote for him. And it's very critical for his campaign and him to make a case that he's more electable than Joe Biden, and to get more delegates, because he needs them if he's going to go to the convention and try to make an argument that he should be the nominee and not Joe Biden.